tech talk on to thrive in an era of multi-cloud. Well, driven by digital transformation, enterprise IT must evolve from ITIL-based gatekeeping to enabling shared self-service processes for DevOps excellence. We look at the implications of the cloud operating model and present solutions for IT teams to adopt their model across infrastructure, security, networking, and application delivery. Well, for this, we're joined by our speakers, Muadz Abdurrohman, the Country Manager, Cloud Comrade, Indonesia. Well, Muadz has collaborated work across cross-functional, cross-cultural delivery and operations at a global level. He's a team player who can grasp new ideas and develop innovative and creative solutions to problems and work with initiative and demonstrate motivation. We also have Tio Bagio, the Senior Solutions Engineer, HashiCorp Singapore, joining us. Tio is a Senior Solutions Engineer at HashiCorp, where he helps enterprises and governments adopt the cloud, secure applications, and tackle large-scale infrastructure problems with the end goal of accelerating application delivery. Well, with this, I'd like to humbly welcome Muadz and Tio on your stage and screen. With this, the stage and screen is all theirs. Over to you.
Hi everyone, salam sejahtera untuk saudara di Indonesia. I'm Tio Bagio with HashiCorp. We are excited to participate in this World Cloud Show for Indonesia. So HashiCorp has established presence in this region. We continue to grow rapidly, and we have great plans for our Indonesian customers. And speaking of our customers, I want to talk to you briefly about the challenges they are facing and how HashiCorp helped them. Majority of our customers own or operate their data centers. So they have dedicated servers, they have dedicated networks, and the nature of their applications do not change that often. In other words, they have a traditional view of the world, and it is fairly static. Facing with new challenges and more in an effort to differentiate themselves, they see cloud as a big part of their plan because cloud offers opportunity for them. They are developing new digital applications that become the primary interface to engage with the customers and prospects. This is what we call systems of engagements. So they need to deliver these new business values quickly and at scale. These applications are normally born in cloud because cloud is well suited. They need to scale up and down quickly. Applications need to be deployed and covered many geographic locations. Systems of engagements often need to connect to existing system of records, which is the core database for business, internal applications that still reside on existing data centers. So as a result, enterprises end up with a hybrid, a mix of multiple public cloud and on-premise environments. That is one challenge for them, that is to embrace the cloud operating model. They're also dealing with multi-clouds. Most enterprises make use of more than one cloud provider for a number of reasons. There could be pricing pressure, they want the best of tools that are possible, and it could be because they're acquiring companies that already have and invested in a different cloud strategy. So multi-cloud will find you. Each cloud is becoming more opinionated and differentiated. They require you to learn multiple sets of tools that are often built and expressed in different ways. So simply said, our customers are going from the static environment, the static world, to running dynamic resources that are on demand. And we see this dynamic nature at the various IT layers. This dynamic nature often introduces new control points at each layer. At the infrastructure layer at the bottom, we transitions from running dedicated server at limited scale to dynamic environment with much larger volume. The workloads are varied. They are no longer confined to private data centers running bare metals and VMs. Instead, the infrastructure become more rich, include containers, includes the clusters that are running in distributed manner. At the security layer, customers transition from a high trust world. This is usually enforced by strong network perimeter and firewalls, to a zero trust environment with no clear network boundary. So the bad guys are no longer outside, and the security need to have an identity-based access. At the networking layer, the traditional applications normally depend on a fixed set of pre-allocated IP addresses. Modern applications, which is built around microservices, are much more dynamic and portable in nature. So instead of IP-based connectivity, everything is recognized by service names. So IT team must think of service-based connectivity. They need service registry for discovery, for segmentations, and for connectivity. Right. At the applications or the runtime layer, the old world is predicated on running dedicated servers. But developers are no longer deploying applications to a set of static servers. Instead, they deploy portable applications everywhere in a distributed manner. And in addition, these applications are packaged in multiple ways and deployed to multiple target environments, including virtual machines to containers. So how can then HashiCorp help address these challenges, and what are the implications to your IT organizations? At the infrastructure layer, Terraform is the most widely used provisioning product. Terraform allows you to describe the services, to build resources such as your virtual machines, your storage, networking, and so on in a simple and a standard manner. This is what we mean by infrastructure as code. So the infrastructure as code becomes a reusable template, makes it easy and repeatable to automate infrastructure. Terraform also provides consistent workflow and has providers for every environment that you want to connect to, whether that's on-prem, such as VMware, OpenStack, cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and GCP, or other providers that can give you higher level of service, such as databases, monitoring agents, and platforms like Kubernetes. For security team, instead of building higher, taller wall, let's have and use better identity. Vault is very much identity-based. The number one use case for Vault is a way to centralize all system access and to be the identity broker. Vault also protect applications secrets. These are sensitive informations such as username, passwords, keys, tokens, certificates. They are everywhere and often in a plain view. There's a secondary use case around encryptions. So Vault enables and simplifies encryption of data without changing the applications. And all of these makes it easy for you to operate it in a low trust environment. At the networking layer, console serves as a service registry. So it knows where your applications and services are, your databases, your web servers, your applications, whether they're monolithic or microservices based. Console can point you to instances that are healthy. You can use console catalog to update configurations of network devices and automate firewall rules. And you can also use console to dictate which applications can talk to whom based on logical services rather than the IP address, and as well as secure service-to-service communications with the automatic TLS encryption. For applications, Nomad is actually scheduler. So it schedules applications to efficiently use the infrastructure by selecting the right workload to run on based on the CPU and memory and recent resource consumption of your applications. With Nomad, you can start deploying a small set of applications and progressively rolling out using canary, blue-green deployments until you cover the entire production environment. So this is basically a highlights of HashiCorp, what HashiCorp can offer to you. And products don't change people, activities do. So let's get started. Let's pick one of these areas, such as infrastructure as code, secret management, or a self-service infrastructure. We can develop a plan and establish a proof of value and get the outcome that you want. And with every customer journey, you need a partner. We are lucky to have Comrade as a partner. They are eager and committed in unlocking this cloud operating model. So thank you for giving us your attention. I hope to speak with you soon. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to you, Cloud Comrade.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Firstly, I'd really like to thank Muadz and Tio for that incredible tech talk on to thrive in an era of multi-cloud.